All right, welcome. So, you just started playing Nier Reincarnation. You just made an account. Hopefully you re-rolled for something good, like the 1.5 anniversary that was just available a few days ago, or the Persona 5. Hopefully you got a nice roll with a few good characters. The goal is to just clear as much content as possible and go through that story, get as many gems as possible so you can complete a pity or two on the banner. But you're hitting a brick wall somewhere around here. You find that even your strong characters are running out of steam. So, what's a great way to fast track your way to a higher force level? Let's talk about the first goal of getting to around, 90 to a 100,000 force. Let's take a look here. Here's the team I have on this account. I started about a week ago, but I was able to get to 100,000 force within a day or two of very efficient path action. Okay, let's use this as an example. So maybe you were able to clear a few memoir dungeons, but not that much. And you were able to get a few, like, just 2 or 3 star. Just go ahead and upgrade those just for something. And then you kind of threw in whatever 4-star weapons you had. Hopefully you had 9 4-star weapons to build a loadout. Of course, you have all their main hand, and I'm using this just as an example of what it looks like before you evolve the weapons. Okay? Right? And so the next thing you might want to do, because additionally, running through the story is a manual task. You have to be there, but at some point you want to head over to daily quests, go to the highest one you can, and just set it, forget it. Just start grinding that. You're going to really need these jewels here to evolve your weapons, and it's going to make such a difference when you can start evolving your weapons. And let's go back to the loadout, just kind of see how big of a difference that makes. So here's my loadout with all unevolved weapons. Let's give her her own gun there. And this is a general building tip here. You see this? It's not a gun, but it's got a blaze boon. And here's the other thing. These weapon skills, don't sleep on those. Get those up as high as you can, and 3 is not good or anything. It's something. You know what I mean? You do what you can. This is actually going to be a really good sub-weapon for her because of the blaze boon. And what else do we have in here? A gun might be nice to have for the synergy, but I have an evolved one right there. Perfect. Now, this is just a general team. This is not element specific. I have our own weapon evolved there. And that one's evolved. That's the correct weapon type, so that's nice. I'm gonna throw this guy. I got lucky to get this. This is really nice because it's Void Boon. And for more advanced stuff later, the Caged Vigor is actually really nice. Subjugations and whatnot. And anyway, that's going to help the firepower of this weapon because of the Void Boon. And unfortunately, I don't have any of the water upgrade. Yeah, actually, I think that's where she was. Okay, cool. Well, let's look at the total team force now. All right, cool. So, it's a lot more than I thought. Oh, it's pretty good. See how much evolving can do for you. Okay, now my next step is I really need to improve those memoirs. So actually, let me head back here. The next thing you want to do, and you might not have the best options, but go ahead and make an element-specific team for every element. I like to do this. Personally, I like to put them in my last 5 slots. So here's my fire team, and everyone's main handing a fire weapon, whatever it is, even if it's an off type. Hitting weakness is really going to help you. It'll help you clear battles that have a force level higher than your own. You see, I just, even here, I put a 3-star weapon in there just so she had something. So these are not all going to be ideal, right? Like she has a fist, and they were lucky to have their own weapon type. So then as you're going through those memoir dungeons, they're all a different element, and also you're going to want to clear that requirement, which I didn't do here. It's so easy to hit next and not have the right element, right? But you're really going to need it for these upper 3. Technically, you could get to 8 or 9 to get those 4-star mems, but let's try to get all the way to 10. Okay, so I captured a battle, and even if... so I was able to clear this 10th level even before I was 90,000 force. And I put together a little demonstration where the team actually is 90,000. Okay. So I'm using that wind specific team since I'm going up against water. So get to know your weaknesses. They go in a circle for the regular elements and light versus dark. A little more straightforward, but okay. So I've turned off the auto. That's the main thing. I can tell you right now that this team would not be able to auto this stage. And yeah, let's just speed this part up. I'm also targeting enemies so that I can take one out and take less damage on the way to the boss. But I want to get all my weapon skills to fill up, be ready to go. And we're going to want to launch a combo. It's going to really help the damage output to get those all in the same combo. To do that, we have to look at the boss action and make sure that we can get it all in between. You see that action filling up there? I didn't have enough time to get them all in, but now it's time to go. I'm going to launch all these skills. The reason I hit that one last on Marie is because that actually gets an additional bonus from combo. And now look up in the right there. You see the combo racking up and the damage multiplier. It's going to get applied. So this little technique can really help you get past content that would otherwise be too hard and not doable on auto. I got lucky to get that character skill in. Even if I hadn't, I probably could have tanked those hits and cleaned up that last little bit of HP. Cool. So, I cleared 10, where we have the best drops for 4-star memoirs. Now I'm going to head over and just do some skips. Sorry, I'm covering it there. But yeah, so I'll just run 100 skips and make sure I have the stamina for that. When I did this on this account, I actually didn't have enough stamina to do all 100, but it was close enough. And now my goal is to just choose my best 9 4-star memoirs. And the first thing I want to do is come here, primary ability, sort for crit rate. Crit rate is so important. And I only ended up with 2 of them. Okay, so this one, you know, in the long run, like this will be something you throw away because you'll get so many of these. But we're trying to find one that has, you know, for later, you want one that, yeah, this one has the rates in the subs, that's okay. But we want one with rate and damage in the subs. And then if you get attack and agility, that's a bonus. But for different use case, you'll want HP, maybe defense, probably not defense. But it's good to have a variety of them. Again, for now, I'm just fast tracking, right? I want to clear more content now. Then, so I'm going to upgrade those for sure. Just because they have that crit rate main. Then I'm going to see what else had the crit rate in the subs. And I'm going to look through these and try to find any that have rate and damage in the subs. And sometimes I get lucky and it has a nice main like agility. And the general rule is if these add up to over 20, it's pretty good. 5 is not great though. And that one's not great. It has an HP main, which, you know, it's could be good in harder content. Sometimes you want some HP options out there, you know. All right, not great here. This one I like a lot because if you can get the crit rate over 10, it's really going to help you. Oh, what else do we have here? It's okay. This one's pretty good. Definitely over 20. Crit rate's 10. Crit damage 13. And an attack main, so that's really nice. You get the idea? So then, you've got 9 of them. Just pick your best 9. And I wish I would have been this organized when I started the game a year ago. Again, this is an alt account just for demonstration purposes. Okay, then you go ahead and equip them and, you know, try to go for a set when you can. This is nice that I could hit this set, but I actually wasn't concerned about complete sets. I was okay with something looking like this. Or this. These are only partial sets. And then hit this one to save, you know, build your 3, depending on, you know, what you want on what character. Just kind of piece it together the best you can for now. And save it with this. So if you look here, I have my best 3 sets saved. Nice and efficient. No junk. I mean, it's kind of junk for now. Later, we're going to, you know, like, completely replace these once you get, you know, far into the memoir farming. Let's go back to that one loadout we were looking at. Okay, cool. So yeah, somehow I got up to 109. You know what? I did a second pity on this account and got her to Awakening 5, and that's one of the reasons the force is so high. Like, this might be a little better example. Let's see where we're at with Griff instead. Yeah, see? All the way. Yuri's kind of like skewing this number quite a bit. Well, let's leave Griff here then for demonstration. So let's go ahead and apply our sets that we worked on from that 100 skip session. All I had to do was clear it on manual once. And then do 100 skips to have enough of a bank to play with. And let's see what this did to the force. Now that we have all 4-star. Okay, now. Oh man, not much. But it's not much, but this is going to make a big difference because my crit rate and damage. Oh, nice. My crit rate and damage are in a way better place. And force aside, it's going to help me clear that hard content I was hitting a brick wall against, right? Okay. Now, something I also wish we had a year ago when we started. We got it eventually. I think slabs. And I didn't mess with these as I was going through. I figured I just didn't have enough slabs, but I think I have enough to throw around. Yeah. So lots of campaign bonuses and whatnot. Got gifted with a bunch of goodies, right? So we can kind of toss some of these around and just kind of see what it does for us. And obviously I have enough to do a lot more than this. Let's just try a few. Now, if you are rolling on Persona 5 and you're dealing with those characters, the good news is you get a massive discount on these slabs. You can fill up their slabs for so cheap. So this isn't anything extensive. But let's see. That door loadout. Cool. Yeah, definitely bumped it up. All right, so just to recap on your first journey to 100,000. One, you're gonna pack in as many 4-star weapons as possible, get their level all the way upgraded. And then by grinding dailies, you are going to try to get their weapon skills as high as possible. You might only get a few levels. Then just some kind of memoirs upgraded. The 4-star, even though we didn't see it that big of a difference as much as I anticipated. The fact that I focused on, you know, these crit rates and whatnot really helped that. And the crit rate doesn't really reflect in your force, but man, does it make you perform better. Okay, obviously the character level. Now, the one thing I haven't touched yet is the companions. So that will be one of my next steps. Now that I'm ready to clear out some more of the story, I can hopefully get to a point where I get to the very hard. And let's go here. Get to the very hard and just farm that. Actually, in this one, you're going to want to farm each one separately. For some reason, these 4 level chapters, they work differently in grinding companion mats, whereas something like this I can just hang out on 10 and get all of the mats I need. Here I have to get a certain, you know, the lower ones from quest 1 and the higher ones from quest 4. And that's going to be another set it, forget it, park it there, grind until I can come over. And let's just see if I can even... I really like this one. This was a freebie for the anniversary. Yeah. And I think I got these actually from doing some tower levels. Cool. It's going to help quite a bit, but you can see, like, that's the last step. Because you were doing all the other things just so you can clear more story. Now this is a point where you're grinding story. All right. So one more quick recap. Hopefully you've got a nice team from re-rolling or from doing those 220 pulls. Hopefully you can put together some kind of 4-star lineup. If not, there are some decent 3-stars out there like Griff and Lars. You level up the weapon level, the memoir level, the weapon skills. Don't forget about those. That's sneaky, usually the last thing people think of. Okay? Not in terms of force, but in terms of being able to handle harder content. Get those better 4-star memoirs with crit rate passives. And then the last thing, updating those companions. All right, good luck to everyone. All you new players out there, let me know where you're at in your progress, where your force is at, and let me know where you're hitting a brick wall and clearing the content. Hit me up in the comments, and myself and the other community members are happy to help you. All right, that's going to be it for this one. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.